Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, and today I'm back for episode number 52 of my Pittsburgh Pirates franchise series here on MLB 17 The Show. So today we're back with the National League Division Series this year, coming up against the Los Angeles Dodgers. They were the winner of the wild card round against the Chicago Cubs. You're taking a look at their roster right there. Pretty similar team to the one we faced last year in the championship series. We lost that series in 6 games. And you can take a look at some season statistics here for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Francisco Lindor leading the way, a 9.8 win season. He was phenomenal in his first year with the club. Sanchez and Marte also highlighting the list. Sanchez had a 942 OPS this year. Meadows was pretty good before he got hurt. Carlos Rubio ended up winning Rookie of the Year. Tanaka, DeGrom had good seasons. Alvarez kind of had a breakout year. His FIP was under 3. DeGrom also had a FIP under 3. Tanaka, I think his FIP was in the 3.3s. And Barrett Boyce had a phenomenal year. I think he was 2.2 wins as a relief pitcher and like a 1.4 ERA. And you can see Marte there, kind of similar year to the one he had last year. OBP not too high, but still a really good year when you combine the contact, the power, and the defense with the base running. Meadows out for 1 to 2 more weeks, so the lineup's still going to be a little bit shuffled without him for this division series. We're going to be using a combination of Matt Adams and Jose Osuna at first base. A little Jose Osuna, a little Rico Guerrero, with Carlos Rubio in right field. Rubio won the Rookie of the Year playing first base for most of the year, but has been playing a lot more right field since Meadows got hurt. So here we go, quick managing up to the first elimination game as always. It's DeGrom versus Kershaw in game number 1. We've got a pitcher's duel. It was a Gary Sanchez RBI single that gave the Pirates the lead in the first inning. And so far, they have not gotten anything going since. As you can see, neither have the Dodgers. 7 shutout innings so far for DeGrom. He ends up striking out there to record the last out of the 7th onto the 8th. Dealing with the bottom half of the Dodger lineup. Gets the double play ball. So he will take a 1-run lead at least into the 9th. As we go down without a fight there in the bottom half of the 8th. So on to the 9th, DeGrom. He will deal with Seager right here as the go-ahead run, but Seager is retired. DeGrom finishes off the shutout. 10 strikeouts, no walks, 6 hits. A phenomenal performance from our number 1 man, Jacob DeGrom. So it's going to be Masahiro Tanaka against Kenta Maeda in game number 2. No Julio Urias until game 3 because he pitched the wild card round. And you can see it was the offense doing the job this game. 9 runs already. We've already gotten into their bullpen. It's Walker Buehler on for the Dodgers. Nothing going that inning. I go to Cliff Hinson here in the 6th with a 5-run lead. And once we get 3 more runs right there, I decided I would just let Hinson pitch out the rest of the game as long as he didn't completely blow it. And he only gives up the 1 more run before finishing it out. We get a 12-5 victory. 2 home runs for Matt Adams, who got the start against the right-handed Maeda. He will not start this game 3 that we have coming up here. The Pirates a game away from potentially moving on to their 6th consecutive National League Championship Series. We have been there every year since taking over as the general manager of the front office for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And you can see there, after a 1-0 win in Game 1, the bats finally showed up for Game 2. Now it's going to be another tough matchup against Julio Urias, another 99 overall starter, the 2nd for this Dodgers team, along with Clayton Kershaw. But how will the offense respond? Well, sometimes it's going to have to be you get a break in some cases against a guy like Urias, and it's Lindor maybe getting a little bit of a break right there, getting hit on the kneecap. The next batter, Esposito, walks. We've got 2 men on in this first inning without recording a hit yet. Now it's Kyle Seager, a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Seager struggled in his first year with Pittsburgh this season, but looking to have a bounce-back playoffs, and he earns a walk right there. So 3 straight men reach without a hit. It's Gary Sanchez now with the bases loaded, getting on top of this fastball deep to center field. It's got a chance, and it's gone. A grand slam for Gary Sanchez, and the Pirates jump out to a 4-0 lead in the first inning. It was the first hit allowed by Urias, but it might be the only one Pittsburgh needs tonight. That is 4 runs for their man Henry Alvarez, who had a phenomenal season as a starter, his first full season with the Pirates after being acquired at last season's deadline. As it is Sanchez slamming the 413-foot grand slam, putting us up 4-0, still with just 1 out in the inning, and it's Vigna now earning a walk. So the 3rd walk and the 4th man to reach without getting a hit, I should say, because of course we had the hit by a pitch. But now Rubio finally gets our first ball in play for the Pirates, and he singles on a base knock to left field. Jose Ozuna up next with one out. He grounds one hard up the middle for a base hit. Runners initially had to retreat, so no chance to score the man from second, but the bases are loaded. It's the pitcher, Henry Alvarez, and this is the one thing you cannot do if you're Alvarez. Gives him the double play ball. That gets Urias out of the inning. That is exactly what the doctor ordered. So Alvarez with the inning double play. We do take a 4-0 lead into the bottom of the first. Puig is the leadoff man for this Dodgers lineup. It's Roosevelt Jacques up right now, though. And this is a pretty nice play for Alvarez. Alvarez is kind of a big guy, maybe not the most athletic, does have 45 speed. Maybe showed it off a little bit there. Good arm strength as well to make the play off the mound. And then strikes out Bellinger for the final out of the first inning. So a shutdown inning from Alvarez, just what he needed after the 4-run first from the Pirates. And now it is Rob Seguin. He's going down on the fastball. Great command with the fastball today. That was really the key for Henry Alvarez. And he would put in a pretty solid start for the Pirates. There he gets Grandal on the breaking ball. But you're going to see lots of strikeouts really just locating the fastball well on the edges of the zone. Here was a nice play by Kyle Seager. Seager is a man who, like I said, I think his OPS finished under 700 for the season. Really struggled in his first year as a Pirate. We gave him the big 4-year deal in the offseason. But he showed off the defense there. That's definitely an upgrade over Justin Turner. As Turner had gotten into his, late 30s, he had become a pretty, below average defensive third baseman for us the last couple of years. He's pretty good in real life, but Seager is still a very good defensive third baseman in this franchise. So that's a one upgrade, even without the bat, that we get with him at third. There's Bellinger striking out again on just a well-located fastball from Alvarez. 4-0 lead so far for the Pirates. It's Sanchez up for the third time today, and that time he gets another high fastball. He lines it right back off of the pitcher Urias. Good play by Grandal. Good reaction to get him at first, but Urias got shot there pretty much with the right off the back, it looked like, and I don't know if it was probably just coincidental, but that would be the last man he faces. The inning was over, but his day would be done after 5. He did give up the 4 runs. That was probably part of the reason why he came out so soon. But Seguin up now. He strikes out looking on the curveball. Good off-speed pitch from Alvarez. And Alvarez has that kind of interesting pitch mix. He has a slurve and a curveball, and it's sort of, I usually like to throw the curveball to right-handed batters like I did to Seguin, and then watch Verdugo. I wipe him out with the slurve right there. The slurve is a little bit more like a slider than the curveball that Alvarez throws, which is why I like to throw the slurve against the lefties. But there is, I think that was the curveball, back door to the right-handed Brett Eibner. And now a look at a montage of Alvarez's strikeouts. He had 10 strikeouts through 6 innings. And this is a man who did not average a strikeout an inning in the regular season, so he's not typically a big strikeout guy. But like I said, through 6, 10 Ks on the day, taking advantage of some of the lefty-on-lefty matchups in this Dodgers lineup against some of their better hitters like Bellinger, Seager. I don't even think Peterson got the start today. He is pinch hitting right here, though, and he strikes out on a fastball that was pretty much right over the heart of the plate. That was strikeout number 10 for Alvarez. 6 one-hit innings. Now he's batting here in the 7th. With no one out, checks his swing, and that is going to be ball 4. So a leadoff walk given up by Patrick Schuster here from the Dodgers out of their bullpen. Now it's Marte waiting on a off-speed pitch, and he rips that into left field for a base knock. So 2 men on for the Pirates. Lindor up next, dealing with a full count. And he gets a pitch to hit there off speed that hung up in the zone deep to center and gone. A 3-run home run for Francisco Lindor. We stretch the lead out to 7-0, and the Pirates now looking well on their way to another berth in the NLCS as they take a 7-run lead here in the 7th inning. 9 outs left for the Dodgers to try and mount what would be a pretty incredible comeback, as Lindor did have 22 home runs in the regular season for the Pirates. So showed a little bit of pop, but not typically a home run guy. I think he does have about, 17, 18 home runs for the Indians, though, in real life this year. So he does have a little bit of pop. Sneaky pop out of Lindor. He's up again here in the 8th, facing Alex Wood out of the bullpen. But take a look at the diving stop by Roosevelt Jacques, who makes the play with 2 outs to retire the side. So still a 7-0 lead. But Alvarez still out there for the Pirates. He's spun a 3-hitter so far, dealing with Eibner here. And it's Guerrero making the diving stop right there, the sliding stop. So 8 shutout innings for Alvarez. His night would be done. Only surrenders the 3 hits. Kenley Jansen on to pitch the 9th for the Dodgers. And it's Sanchez hitting one to almost the same part of the park he did last time, or I should say in the first inning. And he hits another home run, his 2nd of the day. That makes it 8-0 Pittsburgh. although this is looking like pretty much just a formality at this point. So Alvarez would actually allow the leadoff man to reach in the ninth. I tried to get him the complete game shutout, but was getting too risky at this point, so I go to Barrett Boyce. He strikes out Bellinger with 2 outs, and the Pittsburgh Pirates are moving on. That is right, their 6th consecutive National League Championship Series appearance. This is got to be an unprecedented run. I probably should look it up, but I'm sure this has never happened before. I know like teams like the Yankees, I'm pretty sure have made 6 straight World Series like in the 50s, but championship series since they've integrated the playoff system and not just gone by the teams that have the best record in the regular season. This is probably the first time that a team has made 6 straight championship series, but who knows, I could be wrong on that. So anyway, that is going to do it. Hope you guys did enjoy this video, and hope you guys are excited for the NLCS once again. I'm not going to reveal who the opponent is because I don't even know it myself. I don't even think I've simulated that far ahead yet, but there you see the player of the game, Sanchez, 2 home runs. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy, and it doesn't matter. Peace.